Have you ever felt your dream slipping through your fingers? Like the harder you try, the further it drifts. But what if that moment, the one when you're closest to giving up, is the one just before everything changes? In a quiet village, nestled between foggy hills, a boy named Arun lived with his grandfather, an old watchmaker. Arun had a dream to become a pianist, but dreams in a village where the loudest sound was the ticking of clocks felt like luxuries. There was no piano, no teacher, only a broken keyboard with 3 missing keys, and a dream that felt too big for such a small life. Every night, while his grandfather wound clocks and polished brass gears, Arun sat by the window, tapping silent notes on the wooden sill. He imagined music flooding through the hills, his fingers dancing on ivory, applause rising like thunder. But dreams don't feed you, and reality was harsh. His grandfather fell ill one winter. Medicine was expensive. Arun took odd jobs, carrying wood, repairing watches, cleaning chimneys. Days blurred into exhaustion, nights into numbness. His keyboard gathered dust. One evening, he passed a cafe where a radio played Chopin. He stopped, his breath caught in his throat. He hadn't heard real music in months. And in that moment, standing in the cold, listening through a cracked window, he whispered, "Maybe this dream just isn't meant for me." He turned to walk away, but an old man sitting outside, a blind beggar with a chipped cup, said softly, "You were holding your breath." Arun paused. "Excuse me?" Just now, when the music played, you held your breath. That's how you know something matters. The next day, something shifted. Arun brought out the broken keyboard. He cleaned the keys, repaired the wires, practiced on tables, imitated melodies with humming. Each night, he studied music sheets borrowed from the village library. He trained his fingers in silence. No applause, no audience, just raw hope. Years passed. He played for weddings, then town fairs. Slowly, the village began to know him as the boy with music in his hands. But then, on the eve of his first real audition in the city, the bus he needed broke down. Rain poured. Roads flooded. The last chance to enter the conservatory vanished like smoke. Alone under the storm, soaked and shivering, Arun stared at the soaked acceptance paper, dissolving in his hands. Maybe, he thought again, this dream wasn't mine to keep. Just then, a car pulled up beside him. A woman stepped out, tall, graceful, with silver in her hair and strength in her eyes. "You're Arun?" He nodded, stunned. "I heard you play at the fair 2 years ago. I've searched this region for you. I run a music academy, full scholarship, but only if you're still dreaming." Arun could barely speak. I don't know. I almost gave up." She smiled. Then I came just in time. Years later, Arun performed at a grand concert hall. As he finished his final note, he looked at the crowd, standing, clapping, faces lit with joy. And in the back row sat his grandfather, now healthy and proud, tears shining behind round spectacles. Later that night, someone asked him, "How did you make it when you had nothing?" Arun smiled. "I almost gave up, but the moment I nearly stopped was the moment just before everything changed." Dreams don't always roar. Sometimes they whisper. And just when you're ready to walk away, they ask for one more step. So if your dream feels far, fading, forgotten, hold on. The darkest hour comes before the music begins. If this story spoke to your heart, leave a like, share it with someone who's struggling, and subscribe for more stories that remind us even fading dreams can blaze again.